Hi guys! Last episode, we discussed the impact of train on your income. This time, we'll discuss how will this affect your expenses.
If you watched our previous episode, you might have noticed na bumaba yung income tax rates for most of us.
Since the government let go of some revenues, tax revenues,
Yes.
so saan sila kukuha ng pera?
Okay.
This is where the excise taxes come in. Jem, what products are impacted by this new train law?
Sweetened drinks, cars, tobacco, fuel, coal, and other minerals, and cosmetic procedures.
Okay, so we'll start with drinks.
Under the train law, there is a new tax imposed on sweetened beverages. So, meron ng tax ngayon of 6 pesos per liter and 12 pesos per liter depending on kung anong klaseng sweetener yung ginamit. Okay, so what are the beverages covered by this new excise tax?
Basically, yung increase will depend on what ingredient these manufacturers use, right?
Yes.
So, pwede bang, kunwari, isang juice, same juice, na gumamit yung isa ng high fructose sugar, yung isa hindi gumamit ng ganong ingredient, magkaiba sila ng tax, excise tax. Okay.
That's exactly it. Pero mayroong mga sweetened beverages that are exempted from this excise tax. Under the NIRC, unleaded gasoline had an excise tax of 4 pesos and 35 centavos per liter. Under the train law, tumaas na siya. Naging 7 pesos per liter na siya. This is 2018. Sa 2019, tataas pa siya to 9 pesos per liter. And then sa 2020, 10 pesos per liter. And then for diesel, under the old law, walang excise tax on diesel. Ngayon, nagkaroon na ng 2 pesos and 50 centavos. This is 2018. And then next year, it's 4 pesos and 50 centavos. 2020, 6 pesos per liter na ang tax on diesel.
Yung impact na ito is hindi lang gas or transpo. Kasi now, we've been hearing na try sila Uber, sila Grab, or mga public transport, gusto na nila magtaas ng price. So, ano pa ba? Electricity, syempre eventually baka magtaas din. Tapos yung presyo ng mga sa groceries.
Yan.
Yeah.
So, syempre, ginagalaw sila from one place to another, gumagamit ng gasolina din yan.
So,
So, na-affected yung
oo.
price nila.
So, dun ako mas natatakot sa effect ng gas.
So, yung train law also affects coal, whether imported or domestic. So, under the old law, ang tax on coal is only 10 pesos per metric ton. Ngayon, 50 pesos. So, nag-increase siya 5 times. 50 pesos na. And then next year, it will be 100 pesos. In 2020, it will be 150 pesos per metric ton.
Okay. Third item is cars.
Okay.
How will this impact the automotive industry?
So, here's a comparison of the tax rates under the old system and the new system. Under the old system, cars that are 600,000 and below are taxed at 2%, whereas now they are taxed at 4%. And then ngayon, ang highest tier covers cars that are over 2.1 million. Ngayon, 4 million and above na. And before it was 60%, ngayon 50% na lang. The difference here is that the new law simplifies this tax system kasi tinatax niya na yung buong amount. Whereas dati, meron siyang ganitong system that cars up to 1.1 million are taxed at 12,000 pesos plus 20% in excess of 600,000 pesos. To help us understand better the impact of the changes in these tax rates, let's try to compute for the taxes for certain cars. So let's say a car is priced at 600,000 pesos. Under the old law, its tax is 12,000 pesos. But under the new law, the tax is 24,000 pesos. And that's because, if you'll remember based on the table earlier, 2% lang siya dati, ngayon 4% na yung tax sa kanya. But let's say the car is priced at 1.7 million. Under the old law, the tax is 352,000 pesos. But now, it's only 340,000 pesos.
Yung analysis ko on this table is that tumaas yung tax for the lowest and the highest tier.
Yes.
But yung mga nasa gitna, I'm surprised na bumaba pa talaga yung tax. Kasi I was expecting na natataas yung tax eh. That's why last year, nagsibilihan lahat ng cars and there was an increase in sales year on year. So apparently, I think those cars na may high demand, yun yung tinaasan ng tax. But I think they're trying to curb yung demand din for cars. Tapos considering na ang tinaasan nila are yung non-hybrid cars. Tama. Tapos mas
Yeah.
mababa pa yung tax for the hybrid cars. And then, exempt din yung mga purely electric vehicles, right?
Yes.
So, number 4, tobacco.
Under the NARC, actually mataas na yung taxes on tobacco products. A cigarette pack has an excise tax of 31 pesos and 20 centavos per pack. Ngayon, it is now 32 pesos and 50 centavos per pack. So mukhang 1 peso lang yung increase. But this is actually only until June 2018. From July 2018 to December 2019, the tax will be 35 pesos per pack. Tataas pa siya hanggang 2023.
Annual 4% increase.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So by the time it's 2030, ang mahal-mahal na.
Oo.
Okay. Then number 5 is the cosmetic surgery tax.
Under the old law, hindi naman pinapansin ng NIRC itong cosmetic procedure. So, wala siyang excise tax. But ngayon, nilagyan na siya ng excise tax of 5%. So, ano ba yung mga cosmetic procedures na kasama dito sa excise tax na to? These are all cosmetic procedures except yung mga necessary talaga. Like, kunyari mayroong disease or there was a deformity caused by congenital development. Yung mga defects, natural defects. These are exempt from...
Or injury, accidents
Yes.
are exempt.
But if, doing cosmetic surgery just for the sake of doing cosmetic surgery, gusto ng government makakuha ng income from that, 5%. If you're curious to know the impact of these additional taxes on your expenses, yung website ng DOF, which is www.taxcalculator.ph, may portion dito na i-compute nila yung impact ng excise tax sa mga bilihin nyo.
Sige, so let's see. Try to input an income, let's say 50,000. So, anong impact nito sa personal income tax? So, it's lowered. You now have around 5,000 savings a month. So, what's the impact on the expenses? Based on the expenditure survey, nag-estimate si DOF ng parang sample expenses for the average family. So, let's say, ang estimated impact nila is around 518 pesos a month. Which, kahit pa paano, meron ka pa yung total take-home pay na 4,478.
Additional take-home pay.
So, ako, personally, I think na, yes, mas mahirap sa gastusin natin kasi tumaas lahat, no? And may chance mag-trickle down, which is a bit scary. Although, I think this can be prevented. So, depende na lang talaga on paano tayo gagastos. Kasi, yun nga, it's not how much you earn, it's how much you save. So, kung matipid tayo, and maggagastos tayo sa mga tamang bagay, like yung mga healthier options, instead na magka-car, pwedeng mag-commute or maglakad. So, kung ganun, makakatipid pa rin. In general, for me, ikaw.
Yeah, so based on our numbers nga, I agree with you. Kasi for a lot of us, tumaas nga yung take-home pay natin. So meron tayong control kung paano gagastusin yun. But this is only based on yung increase in taxes. Hindi pa natin nakikita nga yung magiging effect niya on
Yes.
all the other products. Like, gusto nga natin maging healthy. Yung gulay pala tumaas din because tumaas yung presyo ng gas. Tataas ang presyo ng kuryente. So those are things that hindi pa natin consider right now kasi hindi pa natin nakikita yung effects nila.
Yeah, that's it for us today. I hope that you guys learned a lot about trade. So we've discussed income, expense. If you want to learn more, please let us know. We can, it would be nice to hear your feedback. We'll try to answer some of your questions. Just comment below or email asktiptop@gmail.com.
Yeah, let us know what topics you want us to discuss.
Yeah.
Just put it in the comment section. We'll try to make a video for you.
Thank you for watching Tip Top, where we provide you top tips for a tip-top you. I'm Ice.
And I'm Jem. Thank you for watching. Bye!